Hi, everyone. So, I have recently learned in the last few months actually that biologically, hormonally, physiologically, however you want to look at it, we are all different. And although there are some things that work the same on everybody, when it comes to something like weight loss, weight gain, any of that kind of stuff, we're all so different. And like I just told my group earlier, I said we could all eat nothing but lettuce every day, all day, and we'd probably all lose weight. But would that be good long term for our health and everything? No, of course not. It would not. So we have to try to find an eating style that we can do for our whole life, that we can do every day, mostly every day, even if you have a cheat day now and then or off day or whatever. But 99% of the time, you got to be following this eating plan that you're on. So I want you to think of just not following a plan at all, just willy-nilly eating anything you want. You go through life and you get up in the morning and you have whatever, and then you have a snack and you eat later, and you're eating all the time, right? You never think about it. It is so much more work when you have to go, oh, I have to think about what I'm eating. I have to think about the times when I'm eating. I have to think about how much I'm eating. I have to think about all these things about food. And it seems like now, instead of just thinking of food that you're going to enjoy and what you're going to eat next and stuff, now you're having to think about the repercussions of these foods. That does not make life fun, does it? But you need to know your own biology and what works for you, because what works for you may not work for the next person. What works for me may not work for the next person. And it's really, I feel bad because I've lost so much weight in the last few years. And I really wanted to transpose that. I really wanted to share that with other people and help them lose weight, because when you weigh 250 plus or 350 plus or in those ranges, getting down to like 160 or 150 is like, wow, this is amazing, right? And you want everybody to experience that. You just want everybody to have that, right? I mean, I do. um and what I do has seemed to work for some people, but it doesn't seem to work for everybody. So I have an ongoing accountability group that I run, and we're running it until New Year's, well, till New Year's Day next year. It's a 1 year program. So as we're going along, and I'm watching all the different people, and I'm having them track stuff, and I'm tracking stuff, and I'm we're adjusting things. I'm thinking, no, everybody, there seems to be three types of people, and they respond differently to three types of eating. So I'm working with them right now to see whose type is what, and then we're going to try to design food plans around their specific type. Here's the thing about your food plans. Remember, you got to have your non-negotiables, because if you don't, you'll fail every single time, whatever those are. And you, like, when I say you got to have your non, I don't mean, wow, German chocolate cake is, I have to have it, or if I can't have German chocolate cake, I can't do this. That's not what I mean. If you have to have German chocolate cake, you better go find a low carb recipe for it somewhere and figure it out. Because if that is something that's going to cause you to crash and burn every time, then you need to figure that out. But I'm not talking about that your non negotiable is going to be a real German chocolate cake, okay? Like, my non negotiables were bread, but I didn't just have any kind of bread. I learned to make myself low carb chaffles, low carb toasties, low carb loaves of bread out of flaxseed and stuff. You have to figure it out, how to have your non-negotiables, but in a healthier way, or in a way that fits your eating plan or weight loss plans or maintenance plans. Okay? Does that make sense? We're not all the same. We're not all the same. We can't all do this just alike. Thankfully, veganism and vegan products have made this a little bit easier for us. One of the things that I'm absolutely in love right now is the meaty steaks. I love the meaty brand. Is MEATI. Absolutely love them. They're made out of psyllium from mushrooms. They have no fats. They have no cholesterol. They're high protein. They're low carb, medium fiber, which is good. It's a good amount of fiber. I mean, they've got other vitamins, vitamin D, things like that in them. I really love the meaty steaks right now. So boy, that really helps me. My body, I found out recently. You see these little cutouts in my cheekbones? That just happened over the last couple weeks, because what happened was I had to back off of the massive vegetables that I normally eat because of some gut issues I'm having, and I have to do pretty much a protein with little fats here and there. And I say little fats because I just refuse to eat a lot of fat. I don't feel like I need a lot of fat. Protein satiates me. And a little bit of fat goes a long way for me. I believe in eating small. I don't believe in stretching my stomach all out. I'm not a volume eater. I believe in keeping everything down here. So I started eating more protein. I started eating the meaty steaks. I started eating a higher protein tofu. I still have my pea crumbles, very high in protein, love them. And when I started doing this, not only did the weight loss kick back up, but my sleep got better. There was all these things. When food is messing with you, it messes with everything. It messes with your hormones. It messes with your ketones. It messes with your sleeping habits. It messes with everything. It's like, huh. So I don't want to only be able to eat proteins and stuff forever. I'm just trying to heal my stomach up right now. But I know from the experience I'm having right now, for sure, when I go back to adding vegetables and stuff, I am going to be eating higher protein meals. I think I'm averaging 27 to 35 grams of protein per meal, and I only eat twice a day. I just cannot eat more than that. But that seems to it's still more protein than I was getting, and it seems to be enough for me. Of course, I'm 62, going on 63, and I'm not out there pounding the pavement doing all kinds of crazy exercises. So that probably is plenty of protein for me. But the higher protein has really made a difference. I'm sleeping a solid 7-8 hours a night, and that is like mind blowing for me. I've been an insomniac since I was a child. So to be sleeping so soundly all of a sudden at this age, I'm having no stomach issues, no kind of gas whatsoever, no kind of issues. My stomach's just quiet and calm, and I'm like, again, I don't want to just be able to eat proteins for the rest of my life with a little bit of fat, like avocado or olives or whatever. But right now, it seems to be doing some amazing stuff for me. If you're having stomach issues, might I say, you might want to just try it. Let me give you a simple menu. Lunch, two meaty steaks, and it's I think it's like 30 grams, 30 to 34 grams of protein, minimal everything else, and that's it. And I'm full because the 34 grams of protein fills me up. It's like, so I don't really need anything else. I mean, I'm full and satisfied. And drink lots of green tea. I have been learning some amazing things about green tea. And you guys, you should be drinking green. I can't remember the actual technical reason for this, but if you drink the green tea with your protein meals, it somehow does something to the protein that pushes the protein into the muscles, keeps the protein from blasting up your blood sugars, and doesn't allow the protein to store as any kind of fat or any kind of storage like that. And I was like, okay, that sounds good to me. So I started drinking a cup of green tea before my meals, a cup with my meals, and a cup after, because I think that was the suggested thing I read, and it's been amazing. I mean, and it's decaf. I don't drink that much caffeine a day. This is decaf green tea. You should try it though, the green tea. And green tea is good for all kinds of stuff, by the way. And if you know that there's only 3 ways you can really lose weight: breathing, number 1. If you don't believe me, look it up, Google it. Number 2 is peeing. Number 3 is sweating. That's your 3 ways for weight loss. Okay, so if you exercise really hard, make yourself sweat, or go out in the sun and sweat, whatever. Because that's what's it's not the exercise. The exercise just tones things up. It doesn't cause the weight loss. The weight loss is caused from the sweating and the peeing. So, and breathing hard. You can do that sitting still, by the way. I always try to get my girls in my group to breathe, deep breaths several times a day. When you think about it, like, pick up a heavy object now and then, like walk through your house, pick up a few kitchen chairs. That'll make you breathe a little harder. Do that a few times a day. I mean, all that kind of stuff is important, and it all helps. So get out there and do some heavy breathing today, guys, and drink some green tea, and try an elimination style type of a thing if you have to. If what you're doing is not working, you need to try something different. Okay, you can try what's called 3-day hops. That's what we're doing. We're doing these 3-day hops. We do 3 days of nothing but protein. We do 3 days of protein with a specific vegetable. We do 3 days of more vegetables. We keep our protein pretty average, but more vegetables or whatever. So you can try different things on your body. You can try higher vegetable carbs, lower vegetable carbs. You can try different things to figure it out. But remember, you're an individual. You're different from everybody else. So your thing is going to work a little bit different. And if you choose to help other people on their weight loss plans, keep in mind that what works perfectly for you may not work perfectly for them. I'm just saying. So that'll kind of keep them happier too. All right. Ciao. Talk to you guys soon.